Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us once again on this Discipline Therapy Thursday with your two special guests. No, not special guests. I mean, we are special, but with your two incredible guests, Mr. E.L. Discipline, and with him always, Suhei Sotomayor. Hmm.
All right. So, we're also on major listening platforms: Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, Amazon Music, Overcast, Castbox. Shout out to the clothing line disciplinetherapy.launchcart.store/shop, muscles and tattoos,
Goddess.
as you can see.
For all my goddesses out there.
Okay, so all right, let's get into it.
Well,
We know y'all are fiends, so y'all know what that means. We're serving you your dose weekly of discipline therapy, where not everything is completely free. Also on Patreon for a plethora of exclusive content for you to see. Links are in the description for everything. Become a Patreon subscriber. EL Discipline books, clothing line, merch. But what is free is judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and some liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or my favorite roll of blunt. But make sure the children are in bed, because we have that vulgar and soul food conversations. Prepare your mind to be fed. Like one up, inhale life and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We're here.
Normally, I usually do this beforehand, but we're excited today.
We're excited today. Speak for yourself,
You're not excited?
Miss. Speak for yourself, Miss.
I'm always
Oh,
excited to
sorry.
do the show.
All right.
All right, so we have season 13. Help me out, Mr. Yield Discipline. This is 135?
136.
Dang,
Okay.
I'm a thing behind. We are season 13, episode 136, which is Rebounds and Placeholders. That is an interesting topic title.
Why?
Because I'm sure everybody's talking about, what do you mean rebounds and placeholders? Placeholders. Rebounds, everybody knows what a rebound is. But a placeholder, I'm sure we got the people already thinking. Their minds are going.
All right. Yeah. So subjectively, people have a definition for both.
Definition for a rebound and placeholder.
Yeah.
What is
Some
your
means different for everybody.
what is the definition for you for rebound and placeholder? And is it the same to you?
No. So the rebounds are you didn't have time to heal, specifically dating and relationships, right? So you didn't have time to heal. Next month you're in a new relationship, right? You're going from relationship to relationship. One night stands constantly. Like you didn't just have a one night stand. Like maybe it's a woman, right? I got so fucked up. My ex fucked me up so much. I was so hurt. Maybe I wanted to get back at him. So you know what? I got drunk, got fucked up, and I just was like, fuck it. 'Cause I didn't care about my life. I had a one night stand. But it would never happen again. No, this is like constantly happening. A man, trying to get over a woman, heartbreak, multiple one night stands. Those are rebounds as well.
I agree.
Getting in a new relationship and like trying to pick up where you left off. Rebound. That person is a rebound. Placeholders. Placeholders, self-explanatory. Like you were here temporarily for if I find better. So
That's not a word though that's commonly used. Rebound, yeah, you hear rebound all the time. Oh, rebound, but never. I don't think people associate placeholder like that, or maybe they don't have a name for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the placeholder circumstance is it's pretty much a situation where it becomes like the season premiere, an attachment. versus a connection, right?
Mm,
The placeholder obviously is temporary. It's a placeholder. The person who's the placeholder, that person placing them there is not present
got
because
you.
they're placing them there in
Right.
to be a placeholder. The placeholder,
The placeholder,
the
I
pl-
guess, the person being the placeholder.
the placeholder,
Like
the
employee, employer.
the placeholder is not aware, maybe.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Um,
I was gonna ask you that
the
if you think that.
placeholder, it could be present or giving their all.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So
Who do you think does more of? Okay. I'm
placehold, like
yeah,
who places
somebody in
somebody
that
in the place?
placeholder position. Yeah, men or
Women.
women. Women do
Women.
that. Do
Hmm.
you think women
Absolutely.
placehold it more?
Absolutely. Because especially women today, because and we'll get into your perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women today, they've, oh, I did this already, submitted, whatever, gave my all. They bring their past traumas into the new. And because of they bring their past trauma into the new, they're always thinking of an exit strategy. Well,
Mm,
even though he's paying all the bills and stuff, I gotta get my own. Why you want your own, girl? Just in case it don't work out, you see? A
mm,
man's never thinking just in case it doesn't work out. Because if he's already gonna put himself out there, like I work hard for my bread.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? I ain't just
mm-hmm,
giving this to anybody. So if I'm gonna invest in her in any type of way, emotionally, financially, whatever, I'm thinking forever. Even if
mm,
I'm putting my dick inside somebody else or whatever it is, I ain't leaving
mm.
because I'm invested there. So I'm not thinking of placeholder. I'm not thinking of temporary. Yeah, I want to build something with her.
Right,
Family, long term, and stuff of that nature. Especially if I got a kid with her. I'm speaking for another man out
right,
there,
right.
right? Hypothetical. Oh, I got a kid with her. Even if I don't got a kid with her, we've invested years, right? I'm building here. Most women today are not thinking of that because it already happened, right? It
Mm.
already failed. I already gave
They're
my all.
jaded.
So they're jaded. They're thinking of the exit strategy. So they're putting the guy in the placeholder um situation, right?
Okay.
On the pedestal
Mm,
of the placeholder. Boom. Here's my exit strategy. Let me get something better. Is not my type. There's no sexual attraction there. He got money, he
mm,
whatever, he's probably a little overweight. I'm not really attracted to him. Tall, maybe. I'm not really attracted to him.
mm.
But maybe right now it's okay.
Kind of string them along type.
Yeah, but
Mm,
I'll get something better. So
mm.
you see, so she's not 100% invested.
Got you. Let me ask you a question though, because you did say, like for you, you said if you're investing in her in all ways, even though you're having sex with someone else, you're still invested in this woman.
Hmm.
So now I know with you, I'm just using
Most women
that.
can't fathom that
I'm
because they
just using,
project.
yes, but I'm just using that phrase that you said. Even though you're having sex, not this doesn't compare to you because we all know how you are. You are the same way with all your women. But for another man, right, who has their woman who they have a child with, if they are stepping out and having sex with another woman, is that other woman a placeholder
That's a
or
good
a
question.
rebound?
That's a good question. Um, Maybe it would be subjective,
Mm,
but it's not a rebound because he's already
he's
in a
still in a
relationship.
relationship, right?
Yeah, we're talking like rebounds are more so I broke up with somebody. Next week I'm already in a relationship. And
Right,
I'm
right,
picking up where I left off, jumping right off the bat,
right.
trying to where it's a month we dated. Why don't you leave your stuff here? The
Not even getting
woman,
to
the
know
woman,
that
is,
guy
the woman
more.
is saying this,
Or right,
or the man, yo,
exactly.
why don't you leave your stuff over here? You should move in already.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But
This is
for
your place too.
right,
You see?
but for a placeholder type of thing, do you think that that would apply to? I mean, it also kind of doesn't apply because if that person, if that let's say that man has a partner that he has, children with that he doesn't plan on leaving, that other woman that he's messing around with, like you said, can't be a rebound because he's still in a relationship, and she can't really be a placeholder because he already has, the for lack of a better word, like his woman.
Yeah, unless he's building a relationship with her too. It's more
Mm,
than sexual.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
This is an
it
interesting topic, people.
like Men will always think of forever. Men will always think of, if I'm investing in you in whatever way, it's gonna be consistent. Unless
Mm,
he's straight up letting you know it's a one night stand.
right.
So
Men, ladies and gentlemen, men will
men,
be honest
men,
and do this,
yeah.
not males.
But if he's like, oh, it happened, never see her again, or whatever it is, wasn't upfront about it, you know, that's that's more of a rebound.
Mm. Have you ever
But
had?
it really doesn't count if they're in a relationship. It's, I don't know.
Yeah. Have you ever had? I mean, I think everybody has had rebounds, but have you ever had a rebound relationship? Probably in your younger years, right?
Um, Rebound relationship, no.
Were you ever a rebound for,
Yeah.
like a woman? Oh,
Hmm.
you've never done that to somebody, but you've been the rebound person
Yeah.
for someone else.
Even when I
Mm.
was
Me
younger,
too.
I did the courting process.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I've been on dates when I was younger to a point where it was like, okay, I was in this 4 year relationship with this woman. Last year we were living together. I started comparing,
Oh,
right? I was very, very young. Started comparing. They don't meet the expectations. After the second date, it's not gonna work out.
oh.
We didn't take it to the bedroom. It's not gonna work out. Sorry. Like I would go, oh, like because I was comparing back in the
Mm.
day, right? I was doing like, um,
She used to do this and she doesn't. She like
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. That
Mm.
was very bad,
That's very
you
bad.
know.
Correct.
So see, people didn't get a chance,
Oh wow.
right? So it was,
And this is when you were much younger.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you could say that was a rebound, but it never even turned into anything.
Right.
It never got to a point where I was like, all right, trying to mold her, like force her to be like that. We got together. Oh, you're my girl. Boom. We're gonna start doing this. Oh, we're gonna start like picking up where I left off.
Right.
So the
Right.
last year we were together, we were living. Me right off the bat, a couple of day weeks. Oh, move in. You know,
Mm.
that's a rebound. So
Yeah.
I never felt like I did it.
Mm.
I really went about the courting process.
You've always been about that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that, but yeah, I was definitely a rebound. Even if they didn't admit it, you know me, I identify things. Even
Mm-hmm.
back then, being wise beyond my years, Scorpio, intuition, right? Being in tune with the universe. I picked up. So
Mm.
so even now, being more by divine masculine, I could pick up on things quick. Um a woman like cues, right? For example, you get with a woman and first month she's already like, oh, leave stuff here at my
Mm.
crib. You're coming over, sleep over, do this. Oh, I got a towel for you. You could take a shower here, then go to work. See,
Mm.
rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and when and my thing is so easy to find out what that is because I always find out about their past. Oh, so
Mm.
you used to live with your man? See, rebound. We only been
Mm. She
together for a
wants to do
month.
things the
You're
same.
playing house. You
Mm.
see, rebound. Like I'm a rebound. You know what I'm saying? Because she's trying to pick up where she left
Right.
off.
Right.
You see?
Let me ask you this then. Have you ever had somebody as a placeholder?
No.
Never?
Mm-mm.
Not even like unintentionally?
Why you keep asking like it's a surprise?
I'm just asking. I don't know. Have you ever been a placeholder, you think?
Um,
Well, you probably wouldn't know, right? I'm assuming that the person who's a placeholder wouldn't know if they are.
no. No, the reason is this is why. Have I ever placed somebody as a placeholder? No, because you know, and I say it on the podcast all the time. I value serious relationships.
Mm.
I've always been in long-term relationships.
Mm.
Never did one night stands, never did this, not out
Mm-hmm.
there fucking with a bunch of chicks. Even if it's a poly, it's like um it's a building. Like
Right.
you're in a poly relationship with me, you're in the circle to build.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To build and contribute to the empire. So it's never you're a placeholder. That's number one. Number two, I give my all. I don't half-ass
Mm.
anything. You
Mm.
see it on the podcast,
Yep.
writing captions, books. I did 5 in under a year, 7 in 2.5 years. I don't half-ass nothing.
Mm.
Bedroom, I don't half-ass anything. I give my all. So a person who's a placeholder don't get all of me. Easy.
Mm.
So that's number one. Number two, why wasn't I one? Even if they never said it, because every woman I've been with gave their all.
Mm.
They wasn't,
So
check
that's the difference
random
between it.
phone checks.
Right, right.
They wasn't with dudes. They had male friends. They wasn't around a male energy, but with me, they wasn't entertaining other guys. So they were giving their all here. You
Gotcha.
know what I'm saying? So I wasn't a placeholder.
Okay, that's
You
good.
know what I'm saying, to other women. And plus, what I provide to any woman that comes into my life, romantically, intimately, they will be like, shit, I had filet mignon. Like, why am I gonna go back to cheeseburger? They will automatically give their all, even if they try to fight it, because I don't do the bare minimum. That's
Mm.
what it comes down to. When they meet me, they're like, wow, he goes over and beyond. He don't need to do this. He goes over and beyond. And because of that, they're like,
They try to match you?
no, because of that, they're like, why would I entertain all these other dudes? They're going half-ass.
Mm.
You got the fully loaded Lamborghini, and then the Hondas are coming around.
Right,
And
right.
you're like, what? Does that make sense?
Right.
Like, I'm getting
No.
everything with the
Yeah.
fully loaded Lamborghini and Ferrari. So, bye-bye,
Mm-hmm.
Hondas and Toyotas. You see? It's different for men and women. The guy could have the fully loaded Lamborghini and still want the Hondas and the Toyotas.
Yeah.
You see what
Well,
I'm
he's
saying?
gonna park the Lamborghini and drive the Honda and
Yeah,
Toyotas.
but the woman, the feminine is built to be complete.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
feminine is not built to be insatiable or have an insatiable hunger and keep going. It's built to be complacent, comfortable. That's where it's going to thrive. So
Mm.
when
Hmm.
I get with women and I bring this masculine energy, their feminine energy comes out. And now they're like, oh, he got me back in my feminine. I'm comfortable here. I'm good.
Mm.
I'm good. It's like I got that job that I always wanted where I'm getting all the benefits from it. Time, schedule, money, close to my house. Then it's like, why would I
Mm-hmm.
look for other things? It's the same thing with women.
Do you think that when you bring out their femininity to these women, uh, is it like an instant comfortability, you think, or is it something that they kind of fight in the beginning?
It's an instant comfortability knowing what personality they are. So if they are a D type, like if they're a dominant woman, that's a struggle.
Mm.
They won't even be able to
Interesting.
recognize it. They won't know what they're going on. They won't know what's going on in their brain, and then I'll make them recognize it. The women who
That's
aren't
important.
a woman who isn't a D type, right? She may be alpha in her day to day because she has no choice.
Right.
She's naturally a S type, like submissive. She just gonna naturally like fall in line
Mm.
because it's like, oh wow, like he's already doing all the stuff and and he knows what I need intuitively.
Mm.
So because of that, I can just naturally fall into my role.
Mm.
Unspoken.
Right.
The woman who's battling it and vocalizing it is dominant. She's
Mm.
a D type. So she's gonna struggle more.
Right. Do you feel like in the world there's about like it's equal, the D type and that S type? Or do you feel like there's more
For
of
women or
one?
men?
No, no, for women. Do you feel like there's more of the dominant type of woman out there in the world, or is there more of
No,
the
there's more of the submissive. The
just that
women,
they're alpha in their day to day?
yeah, it's a facade. The women who say they're dominant and fight submission are the ones who are the liars the most. They're
Or have
really,
trauma, I would say.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they're really the most submissive. Like the
Mm.
ones that they love the hardest, right? They give
Mm.
their all the
Yeah.
most.
Okay.
It's a front.
Mm.
So um so with that being said, it's very rare you get the dominant women. You look at their history, because remember, right? I'm a psychology major, so I dive in deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like I dive in deeper than the ocean. Most men were drowning.
Mm.
So with this being said, right, I get to know how they grew up. I get to know their, for example, right, a woman who has this D type, maybe she's the oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the father never had any sons,
Okay.
just girls, and she's the oldest daughter. So by default, she has to be the provider.
Mm.
Maybe the father left, single mom. She has no choice to be the provider. She's going to adopt a lot of dominant traits beyond her control. So I learned about that.
Mm.
Single mother, You know?
That the way the woman is a single mother, or she has to take
Yes, the
care
woman
of
is a
her single
single
mother.
mother.
Got you.
You know, father left, same situation. Generational curses following the pattern, right? She works a lot, has no choice because she has to be providing for those kids. So she turns her masculine up. That's another circumstance.
Yeah.
That's a D type by default, not her choice. A woman who is alpha in even her circle, everybody's coming to her, pours the load on her and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a struggle.
Yeah.
So you see, but a woman who look at her job as well. What type of job does she do? Does she do a feminine job? Is she a nurse? Is she a secretary? Is
Mm-hmm.
she works front desk? Is she doing like a feminine job? Or
Okay.
is she doing a masculine job? You see, so I put all these things into effect of
Mm.
how she would be based off what she's gonna fight and what she's gonna be able to abide by and comply with.
Mm.
You see, so that's how you kind of determine that how it will be a struggle. You got to understand most, especially working, most people are working more than they're at home.
Mm.
Probably like you're probably dealing with coworkers more than you're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with your significant other.
Yeah, that's true. How about then? Do you feel like people in like athletes, let's say male athletes at that, do you feel like they put their women that they're with as placeholders until they make it to the top, or that just happens to be like coincidental? Because you've heard of like rappers or athletes that they have a girlfriend, and then once they make it big, they like switch up and have like they dump them and have another girlfriend.
Mm, mm-mm. I don't hear that often. That occurs often. No. Usually the way a man is built is however that woman rode or died for me, she's entitled to being at the top with me.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
understand? Because but for men, it's not emotional. It's more logical. Can I trust and respect her?
Because
So
she's
so
been with me the whole
yeah,
time.
because the loyalty is the major component there. So in man's mind, it will translate as she's been the most loyal.
Mm,
So that loyalty gets rewards. So in a way, like you might fight, you might do this, you might do that, but she ain't ever cheated. She ain't never left. Like maybe I was incarcerated
mm,
for whatever it is, like as a basketball player coming
right.
up. All through the time of me climbing the ladder, she was there to have my back in whatever capacity. So therefore, she deserves the reward and to reap those benefits too. That's how it goes on in a man's mind. That's why he will marry her based off those presences alone, not on a sense of, oh, I love her so much.
Mm.
He's thinking
That
logically.
comes second, you're saying.
Yeah, he's thinking logically. It's different for the woman, but the
Mm.
man is thinking more so in that sense.
Like I could
Because
trust her,
because
so.
think about it, the higher I get, right,
Mm,
the more snakes is gonna be in the grass that I got to look out for. But she shows that I could trust her. So
mm,
at the end of the day, I'm still gonna need almost like metaphorically like a right hand,
mm.
like a general, like a mafia
Right, right.
boss. Like I need a right hand. I need a consigliere. I need somebody that like I could trust that was with me there. Even if it's two chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like they was there when shit should even like okay, so a woman's loyalty is tested when he has nothing.
Mm.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
So a man knows that. A man's loyalty is tested when he has everything.
Right.
So in a way, like the man is more loyal than the woman.
But you've heard though, like I'm gonna go to athletes because that's the only ones that's popping into my head. Like they'll break up. I think we've had a show about it, and then they'll get with like a lighter skinned woman if they're with a black girl or something like that. In those instances,
No,
still
people
no.
people don't look in depth.
Mm,
They
okay.
just look at the circumstance and what's in front of them. It's not, oh yeah, that's how it was. Like we talked about in several other shows,
Mm-hmm.
episode 114, episode 14, season 2, Why Black Lives Matter, episode I think it was 129, or maybe it was like 130. It was 130 when we brought someone on and we were talking about traumas with black and Hispanic. Like, do we often see black men, Asians, Hispanics dating
Oh,
black
yeah.
and Latinas,
I
or do
think
we see
Shan was the
yes,
yes.
do we see black men dating outside?
Mm,
Circumstances, right? Maybe he was in the hood, he now lives in Hollywood. The gym, the places he goes to is
right.
not black and Latina centric or dark skin, you
Right,
want to say
right,
centric, right? We don't see them in the gym as often. Just throwing hypotheticals.
right.
We see this, he's heterosexual. Why would he, like, why would he go the other way? Why would he just say, oh, I'm just going to wait forever? He's connecting, right?
Mm-hmm.
He could associate himself and put himself around those type of people, those type of women. But like I said, where he is, where he goes, job perhaps is not there.
Mm,
So, and he doesn't want to go the extra beyond. He doesn't want to do dating apps. He
right,
doesn't want to travel.
right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's what is available. That's how it is for a man. What is available? No, we're not looking in depth.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? We're not looking in
okay.
depth. You know, we're just like, oh yeah, you know, they come up and that's what it is. No, it's sometimes it's not like that.
Mm,
You know, because we're not looking at the situation. Nobody's talking. Nobody's talking. Like, interview those people.
yeah,
Let's find them.
yeah.
Hey, you was with this, now you with her. What happened? Hear it from the horse's
And
mouth.
you know, I
Let's
love to
stop.
ask questions.
Let's
So
stop making assumptions on
yeah.
what we think. Oh yeah, that's what
Mm,
they do
yeah.
when they come up. They gonna
That's a
leave the
problem.
dark
Yeah.
skin for the light skin, or they gonna leave the black girl for the white.
That's
Let's
perpetrating that scenario. If we,
yeah,
yeah, I agree
yeah,
with you. I would love to ask people questions all day long, all the time, but
yeah.
all right. So rebound. I definitely think I had rebound. I mean, I don't definitely think. I definitely know I've had rebound relationships. Um, and I've had what's the other one?
Placeholder.
Placeholder. Placeholder. Except I'm gonna say that I wasn't aware that that's what I was doing because I was younger. But I definitely think everybody has done that at one point. Maybe not you, maybe because you're very you've you are know yourself very well, and from a very young age,
Hmm.
from from the stories that you've told us. But not everybody. 99.9% of America is not like that. So I'm going to say that most of the people in this country have done the rebounding and the
Well,
placehold.
yeah, well, the problem with this is to have rebounds and placeholders are just circumstances where people, like you said, I'll reiterate, don't know themselves.
Mhm.
If they do, they set their boundaries. And
Mhm.
everybody has rules then.
Yep.
Everybody has rules. Even the submissive woman has rules.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And those rules will be to not date a modern man, to not date a man who's not going to provide and make me feel safe. Those
Mhm.
are my personal rules. So I will not settle.
Like her boundaries.
Her boundaries.
Mhm.
So it's the same thing for a man who knows himself and has rules for himself. He's going to state certain claims and set certain standards to follow and to be rules to be abided by. And if they're not, he doesn't continue. You see? See the
Mhm.
difference?
Mhm.
So if he does
Yeah, it's a big
compromise
difference.
those morals, his principles, his standards, that's probably a placeholder. That's probably a rebound because
Mm.
he's not present there.
Yeah.
He's like sacrificing stuff, right? So
Right.
he's not present there. Doesn't have options, doesn't believe he has an abundance mindset.
Mm.
So it's the same thing with the woman placing the place. Yeah, he's fat, he's overweight, not my type, but he has money. Okay, I could build with him with this money, stuff of that nature. Bills can get paid. Once my rent is due, because I signed a 2-year lease, I'ma find better.
Mm.
I just need him for this sense. She'll keep that in her mind.
Yeah.
I need it for this sense. I'll find better. She's not attracted to him. She doesn't love him, cares about him,
Mhm.
right? Same thing with a dude. Like, oh, it is just it's pussy for me right now. When I
Mhm.
find better pussy or certain situation, I'll do it. Why? They fight all the time. She doesn't support his dreams. this and that. Like, why is he there?
Mm-hmm.
Placeholder. Oh, we have great sex, or she's just a pussy. So you know what? When I find that woman that actually does all that stuff, she's out. Placeholder. You see,
Mm.
he's not present there. He's not giving his all. He stops. In the beginning, he started with his standards. He now compromises his standard. There's no more. Things
Mm.
have changed. Their dynamic has changed. So she has become a placeholder now. You see, he's inconsistent. So when you see the connection thriving constantly, when it diminishes, people talk about it and they bring it back up. And you see him remaining consistent. You see her remaining consistent. That's not placeholders.
Wait, when you say people talk about it, you mean the couple itself?
Yes,
Okay, got
yes,
you.
they talk about it.
Mm.
I'm talking about an array
Well,
of relationships,
right.
not just one
Well,
couple.
that's an important thing because a lot of people don't talk about it.
Yeah,
They'll talk about it to their friends, not with their significant other.
yeah. So now, when they do that and they bring the connection back, um,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get to that realm of placeholder. You don't
Yeah.
get to that realm of rebounds. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all about whether or not you're going to be present. So if you're not present there 100%, if the woman is not giving her all, he's a placeholder. He's a rebound.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, a lot of people don't know how to identify things. But if chicks are already telling me, like on the first date, what they're unwilling to do, oh, you're like this or whatever. Who was your last dude? Yeah, I did that. So you do that then.
Mm.
You do that. I'm consistent, and you're telling me you're not gonna do that here. Something's going on,
Right.
and the more of a sense is you're trying to put me in a placeholder category because you see certain benefits you're gonna get, and I'm a rebound
Mm.
because you're clearly telling me indirectly, because a lot of women speak subliminal, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me indirectly you're not gonna be 100% here.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be present.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that people who put others as who use them as a rebound or as a placeholder, do you think that they automatically know that they're doing that, or it's just like
No,
they
it's
don't, right? They don't
subconscious.
realize
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I
A
don't
lot of
think
people
so.
don't know about
I mean,
themselves.
I do think that some people do that. Maybe not the rebound because I think that they go in hoping, I hope this one works out. You know what I mean? So they might not know this is a rebound type of situation
Mm,
because you haven't healed yourself.
mm.
But definitely the placeholder one, I think a lot of times people don't realize that they're doing that.
Yeah. The man situation, how he's doing that is how inconsistent he is with more than one woman.
What do you mean?
So the main chick gets rules. She can't do shit. She gets my heart, right? She can't dress how she want. Whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's getting to be present with the main. The side chick does whatever.
Mm. Because
Post
he's not present with the side chick, you're
Yeah,
saying.
so he's inconsistent. So she's a placeholder.
Mm.
She's a rebound.
Mm.
Now, if the man has the side chick and she gets rules too, she can't post how she wants. I also check her phone.
Mm-hmm.
She can't go out dressed how she wants. No male friends.
Same
Um,
rules as the first one.
my standards are like this. Respect my boundaries. These are my principles and my morals, and you should mirror those morals too because you're with me. She's not a placeholder. You
Mm.
see? Because
Mm-hmm.
he's emotionally available. So
Right.
he's emotionally
He's
available with
invested.
both women
Mm-hmm.
and he believes long term because long term is emotionally present for a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he believes. But if he's letting her do what she wants, this and that, she posts booty cheeks, this and whatever it is, right? And it's inconsistent. Um, he's not present there. She's probably a placeholder or she's probably a rebound.
Do you think that women, it's the same with them if they're emotionally present as well? It's the same as a woman.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
more stronger because emotions come first for women
Mm-hmm.
than men. Men come kind of late. So with the woman, if she's not emotionally present, yeah, placeholder, rebound, 100%. So it's like it's weird. So how can a woman give you submission sexually and she cannot be emotionally present?
Yeah.
She cannot be mentally present. She's telling you stupid stuff like, "Oh, I'm not gonna give my all here. I want my own money and shit because just in case." Like,
Mm.
why you keep having sex with him then?
Yeah. That's true.
You should hold out altogether.
Yeah.
Like, talk about that you gonna be on a 90-day rule. No pussy for 90 days.
Wow.
Because I'm not doing this, that. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, I'm not telling them to do that,
Right,
but
right.
do that in all the sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you're half stepping. Like
Right,
ain't
right.
no half stepping like Big Daddy Kane said in the track. Ain't no half stepping. She half stepping.
Yeah. So for a man like you, let's say a woman does say that. Like, listen, I want to take it slow, whatever. I believe in this 90-day thing. How would you?
That's not realistic today.
No, no,
Unless
no. I
she's a
know it's not
virgin.
realistic.
If she's a virgin, I'm gonna believe that.
No, no, no.
If
I agree with you. It's
okay,
not realistic because I think a lot of women have that mentality
yeah.
of
So
I
so
want to
here's
get
so
satisfied too.
here's this is what I would do. I'm not saying I'm opposed to that.
Okay.
There's a stipulation.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What's the stipulation?
You see, because the
Interesting.
woman could play you, and you'll never know. She could be getting dick.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's
lying.
true.
So my thing is this: it comes with a stipulation. I'm not doing that with a long distance woman. Hell no. She's gonna have to be present because I'm gonna be checking phones
Mm,
randomly. I'm gonna be okay. You ain't going out like that.
okay.
Ain't going out to clubs and stuff like that because okay, I will wait, but guess what? You're gonna sacrifice.
Okay.
So social media will be monitored or no social media.
Okay.
And all of these things will be granted to you once the 90-day probation. So you think you have control because you're like, okay, yeah, I got control, I got access to sex. Okay, which is understandable. That's what women can control.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they want to bring another life on earth too.
Right.
But I'm letting you know I got control too.
Got you.
And if like it's a two-way street, it's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be because at the end of the day, if you already gave the cheeks already before,
Like in the
prior to
past to
me
somebody,
in the
right?
past, like why would I believe that? Why would any man believe that? Why would any man abide by those rules? He's gonna be like, yo, she's playing games because she already did it. The virgin is
Mm,
believable.
right.
But if she's saying that, okay, no problem. Now here's the diabolical psychological mastermind me.
You're
I'm gonna be like, okay, we could do this, but this is the stipulation.
you're kind of like evening the playing field.
Yes.
You're a little
Yeah,
genius
because
this time of
now
year.
if she thinks that, she's gonna be like, dude, and then she'll be talking to her friends. Yeah, I got this guy by the balls. I got
Mm,
him waiting and stuff. You see, she's gonna have to sacrifice something because at the
mm,
end of the day, when you get with this type of man, he's expensive, and I don't mean that in a monetary aspect. Metaphorically, he's
mm,
expensive. So you have to sacrifice certain things to be with him and maintain that relationship. Remember, a lot of women never dealt with a type of man like that.
mm-hmm.
They don't know how to get them. They don't know how to attract them. They don't know how to keep them.
And I'm
So,
sure most men don't do that. Wouldn't say, okay, that's fine, but you can't have X, Y, Z either.
mhm.
You know what I
And
mean?
that's also gonna make her hold
Yeah.
herself accountable. That's
Mm-hmm.
also gonna make her keep her in check and stuff. Because at the end of the day, if she's already had sex prior, if she's bound to get horny.
Mm-hmm.
She's bound. So, okay, now you can't use toys. Yeah. So
Oh,
eventually you're going to
interesting.
end up breaking your 90-day rule because you're going to
Either with
crave
you
me.
or with the
You're going to
right.
crave me so much. So I'm not making it easy for you either because it's not going to be
Mm,
easy for me to be interacting with a woman
and not get
in
intimate.
ways and not getting it
Yeah.
because I'm gonna want to. So
Right.
okay, cool. If I gotta be sexually disciplined,
So
great.
do you.
You gotta be that as well.
Yep.
No toys, no this, no that. Social media is limited. You phone's gonna be checked. No male friends. No going out. No clubs. Stuff of that nature. So in a way, okay, 90-day rule, great. But
Mm-hmm.
you kind of like in a cage. And you
Right.
like you open the cage once in a while but she's like in a cage, so she's gotta abide by that too for it
Mm-hmm.
to
And that's
happen.
pretty
And
fair.
let's do it. Let's make it happen. Cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a man of my word and hold my end of the bargain, and you gotta be a woman of your word and hold the end of the bargain. But understand this too is I'm waiting for you. That's great, but I'm still doing my thing
I was just about to ask
because
you
at
that.
the end of the day, like you the one that made that rule. I didn't.
Mm.
So if I gotta abide by that, you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not gonna do my thing.
With
You
your
the
other
one,
woman.
yeah, you the one that's saying you want to wait. Cool, no problem. I'll wait for you because traumas, whatever, you're scared. Man, you probably got some good shit. The moment you do that, I know I'm gonna be hooked. I'm not gonna even want you to leave the crib. I'm gonna go crazy for you. Okay, no problem. Then heal. But guess what? I'm gonna do my thing. We're not the same.
Mm.
But I'll wait for you. But there's a stipulation of me waiting too. You're giving up these things.
Mm.
You see? But most men will probably simp. They will simp. They will, okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Without putting their own stipulations
Yeah,
in it.
they'll lie. They'll won't put their boundaries. Okay, no problem. I'll do it. They give the woman the wheel.
Mm.
They
And
give,
also, I feel like if a woman does say that 90-day thing and you say, all right, that's fine. These are my stipulations too. You can kind of tell by her reaction, like, what do you mean your stipulate? Like, you know what I'm saying? If she has a, whoa, no, you got to wait. And she doesn't want to. Now you can kind of gauge what type of a person she
I
is.
was just about to say that.
And
Yep.
beat them.
And in that moment, it's like, nah, you know what? I'm not even waiting.
Yeah, forget
Because
it.
because that's just the tip of the iceberg of what the
Exactly.
relationship's gonna be. If she's willing to try to,
Right. Do the same.
because she's manipulating, she's
Oh.
controlling, she's doing all these things, what makes you think she's not gonna do that down the line?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna do that
Yep.
because she's already trying to see, let me see what I could get away with.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm actually getting away with this, and I'm surprised. This type of man, I
Mm.
didn't think I could get away with this. I'm surprised. What else could I get away with? That's always going to be lingering in her mind. What else could I get away with? Okay, because I got away with this, and this is the ultimate prize. I could get this too, and then this, and then this.
Okay.
You know.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's what it comes down to with placeholders and rebounds. If they're not emotionally present, mentally present, they're placeholders, they're rebounds.
Yeah.
Because you're still kind of stuck on the X because you're trying to like pick up where you left off and trying to mold them to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, yo, I have certain standards. It's a different personality woman, different maybe race and stuff of that nature. Obviously, you're not trying to make them like them, but you're like, yo, this is what comes with me. It's kind of like take it or leave it.
Right.
So it's like they have the ball in their court to either act accordingly or not. It's on them, the choice.
Right.
So it's not like, oh, yo, you know what? You should leave your stuff here. Why don't you take a shower here before you go to work? What? Right off the bat? 3 weeks of dating? A month of dating? And I'm talking for men and women that's acting like this. A month of dating already? She wants me to kind of slowly move in? Oh, this is your bed too. Why are you playing house? But then you telling me, oh, I want to move slow, but I'm scared to give my all. What? You basically trying to have me stay there. Does it make sense? I'm asking you, does that make sense? If she's saying, oh, I'm scared to give my all, right?
She sounds confused.
Yes,
Yeah,
she sounds confused. But that's a rebound guy. Then he's probably a placeholder too, because why would like they don't make sense.
Yeah.
You're trying to slowly have him move in, do this, leave stuff here, take a shower here. Why you gotta rush home? Blah blah. Slowly playing house, but then it's like giving him the panties, giving him sex, but telling him, oh yeah, I feel like I'm gonna fall for you.
Right.
I feel like I'm gonna fall hard for you, but I'm scared to give my all.
I feel like
exit strategy.
I feel like
What
hearing that.
What if it don't work out? Because my last, I didn't get nothing there. It didn't work out. Already putting the stamp of how things could be, like the what if.
Like waiting for the other shoe. to
Almost
drop.
manifesting it.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking positively, almost manifesting it.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, what if? What if you turn out to be blah blah blah? What if, yeah, it's been 3 months, maybe adding another guy. Oh, guys switch up after a certain time, or they get certain benefits. All putting all that into the universe, into you. So now it's like, what if rebound placeholder? You see, she or they're not there 100%.
Yeah. Hmm. I feel like women who say that maybe use the "I want to take it slow" like almost like as an excuse, because if they're telling you, you could leave some stuff here, that doesn't sound like someone who wants to take it slow.
Yeah, I'm just giving examples
No,
about
no, no.
that
I know. I'm
circumstance,
I'm
but yeah,
just
you're
I'm
right.
just
You're
talking
right.
out loud.
And that becomes, like I said, the possible rebound. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? That becomes the possible, like, that becomes the possible, oh, you know, perhaps placeholder.
mm.
You
So you
understand?
don't
Because
think that they're
some, yo,
synonymous?
there's some women out there, yo. I hate to say this, but it's true. There's some women out there who like, yo, I'm struggling with the rent. I need somebody to pay half of it or
Mm.
all of it. So I gotta pick up where I left off because my last man and my last man before that, we
Help
did
me.
50-50 or we lived together. It's hard out here, especially in New
Mm,
York, right?
yeah.
The taxes are higher here. So it's like I kind of need that support.
Mm,
So it's like, you're a placeholder. You see? You see the
yeah.
placeholder? You know, like you're a rebound.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. But you don't think that they're do you think that they're synonymous or no, placeholder and rebound?
No, they're not.
Do you think someone
Be,
can be a rebound and not a placeholder, and vice versa?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like a one night stand,
Yeah, you said that. Mm-hmm.
someone who is you know,
Like having fun. So
yeah,
have good that.
someone who's just like, you know what? Like I'm here for one or two benefits. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's summertime right now. So once fall comes, you know, I'm gonna be on my cuddle shit and I don't
Mm-hmm.
see boyfriend or hubby material with him, or he could say the same thing with her. Um, or it's that time where summertime, I'm not cuffed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Women and men think like this.
I want
It's
to be free. Yeah.
winter's coming, I need a cuddle boo. Now I
Mm-hmm.
want to be in a relationship,
Mm.
you
For
know?
the season.
Yeah, for the season. So now the placeholders, the season. The rebound is
That's
for the
right.
season.
Yeah. That
You know,
makes
they could
sense.
be synonymous. Like I said, everybody has their own subjective
Mm-hmm.
definitions, but they aren't really. You know what I'm saying? Because a placeholder could be a placeholder for years. Like a
Yeah, I guess
rebound is
so.
kind of like short term. Like a
Mm-hmm.
rebound could be a summer thing.
Yeah.
We have fun in the summer. A rebound could be a winter thing. I was lonely and it was cold.
Yeah. And plus, two rebounds can come together knowingly. You know what I'm saying? That they're
Yeah.
two we're just having fun with each other
Hmm.
for the time being or whatever.
Yeah.
But a placeholder, I feel like you said in the opening,
There's
uh,
no plan. You understand what I'm saying?
bro.
Like the man coming into the dynamic, like me, I always say, um, if I get a sub, she could be a brat. I say, you know what? I see a lot of great long-term
Potential. Mm-hmm.
benefits and personality, and more pros outweigh cons. I could eradicate these toxic tendencies, and I see her as a queen. I
Mm.
see her as a slave. Eventually, the highest level of submission. I could get her there.
Okay.
So I have a plan for her. I have a goal. Most people don't get into dynamics like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a plan for them and stuff. So if the man doesn't have a plan for us, she's a placeholder.
Mm.
See, what's the plan? Are we living together? Gonna get married? Are we gonna build? Are we gonna build a conglomerate? Are
Mm.
we gonna bring another chick in and build a family? Are we like, what are we eating tomorrow? Where are we going?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like the plan. So if there's no plan there, is she a placeholder or not?
Mm.
You see?
Yeah.
Because that's the being present.
Mm-hmm.
So like the man that's present 100% is always gonna put a plan
In
down
effect,
and said
gotcha.
he's never gonna like make sure the woman has the plan. Like, yo, I only got the ring because she's getting to that age and she keeps bothering me. And I have a scarcity mindset that if I don't get it, she gonna leave.
Mm.
And I don't have options like that. She's the best I could get.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's forcing that. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna give an example of a woman because I don't believe women lead in dynamics. especially romantic, intimate dynamics. I don't believe they lead in that. So I can't give an example for a woman. I can only speak on the man.
See, I was gonna ask you about a woman, and I was gonna say, is her part, I guess, following that plan?
Ooh,
As
following that plan of.
you said that when a man is present,
Mhm,
he makes a plan for them. So I was gonna
mhm.
say, is the woman's part then, if she's present, willing to follow that plan?
A woman could not be present and still be willing to follow that plan.
A woman cannot be present and still be willing
Uh-huh.
to follow that plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause she doesn't have boundaries with herself. She's like very insecure. She just says yes to anything.
Mm, that's true.
You know what I'm
That's a good
saying?
point.
Like
That is a
she
good point.
doesn't have certain rules
Yeah.
and
For
principles and
herself. Yeah.
morals for herself. So
Mm-hmm.
she's just following anything. Yo, let's go rob a bank right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not thinking about the potential consequences. And you like
That is so
now this nigga
important.
leaves you with the bag. Like literally.
Yeah.
Like you got the bag in your hand. Hey baby, where you going? Bye, I'm out.
Yeah. I
And
can't do another bit.
he sets you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
so
So
awful.
in a way, like, for somebody to ask you to do that, put you at risk is questionable. But the woman's not gonna question it. That doesn't love herself
Right.
and
She
is
might question it,
unaware.
but she won't verbalize it.
You
She'll be like,
see,
why does
if
he want me to do this for?
yeah,
Yeah.
because if she's emotionally present, she's gonna now question.
Mm-hmm. Or if she has her own, like you said, boundaries.
Yeah. Even if she's a sub, she's gonna question.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And now that's gonna put him at risk of being like, damn, shit, did I submit to the right person? For them to,
Her?
yeah.
Mm.
And that should make her cognitive. She should be aware of that.
Mm.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because if anybody's gonna put you, men or women, if anybody's gonna put you in that situation where your freedom or your health could be, in danger,
Yeah.
that's not a good person to be around.
The biggest rewards that make women do these things that could be immoral are one of two things. But these two things are it. But it's one of two things because it's very hard for a man to provide both.
Okay.
Great dick, not good dick. Great dick or substantial amount of money.
Mm.
These are two things if the man does both or one of the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of both. Excuse me. That is what makes the woman okay
Yeah.
and even compromise her character and
Mm-hmm.
morals. Because in that sense, it's almost like a slave mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's the slave to that attachment.
Exactly. I think most women, and I think we said this in one of our other shows. I think most women at the top of that list is the best D that she's ever had.
Yeah, that's
Because the
rare.
money, I feel like they could be like, "Fuck you, I can find somebody else that can give me money." If it ever got pushed to that, you know what I mean?
Or she's gonna like be stubborn and say I could hustle and get my own.
Exactly.
Now
But
that because women being more empowered,
yeah,
yeah, I could
exactly.
hustle and get my own.
Right.
So you wanting to,
Like they say, you can have two couples. One guy is giving that girl the best D of her life, and he's still putting her through shit because it's that best D, and she knows she hasn't found it. She's gonna accept more. Now another couple that they're having the same issues, and all he's doing is providing money. I feel like she's gonna be like, you know what? Take this money, shove it up your ass, and I'm gonna do it on my own.
yeah.
I've had it up to here because, like you said, that
Either
money can come from anywhere.
either one of them are placeholders based off survival
Yeah.
for the woman. Like the woman is in survival mode, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if she doesn't have anything within herself, no capital in her name, right? She needs that man for that capital survival. So he's a placeholder, right? Because she's kind of planning her exit strategy.
Right.
The dude with the good D, but she got her own money, he's a placeholder too. You see,
Yeah.
he's a placeholder too, just in case, like, maybe I find a guy that strokes my mind, because it's very rare for a man to do all of those things.
Right.
Pay, good D, stroke a mind, seduce, have charisma, like provide, protect, be dominant, be a
Mm-hmm.
leader. It's hard to have all these qualities,
Mm.
right? So he's doing one of the five,
Right.
not all five or six. So if he's just doing the D, right? She's like, I'm getting sexually satisfied. Shit, that shit feel like dick quill. That hair pulling, ass smacking, whatever, put me right to sleep.
Yep.
cure that anxiety, cure that depression, cure that insomnia. So he's providing that survival, that
Yeah.
need, because I need that. I ain't playing with toys. Well, I gotta do that when I got a man. I need that. But she got her own bread, right?
Right.
She maybe dominate herself, whatever, day to day. But it's like that need. He's still a placeholder, but in that survival mode, he's quenching that thirst. He is sustaining that need.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the money dude. He's sustaining that need. Like, where else am I gonna go? I'll be
Right.
homeless
Right. Who's
without
gonna
him.
pay this bill? Right.
I love to shop, go on shopping sprees. He just give me the credit card. I just run that shit up.
I feel like those women though have it. If they have the guy with the money and they know how to finesse him, they can have both. They can have the guy with the money and then still cheat and find somebody who's going to give them that sexual. I feel it's harder for the woman who is hooked on the deep. You know what I mean?
Because
It's a bigger
you know why?
hold on
You know
her.
why?
Why?
Because when you're giving her good D, it's because the oxytocin is dripping, right?
Like a drug.
So now she's pair bonding. That pair bond leads to psychological bondage, emotional bondage. So now you don't just have her physical, you got her heart somehow. You got her emotions, you got her mind. Cause now she's thinking about the nigga, even if he ain't shit.
Because even when she thinks about him, all those things are starting to drip again.
Yeah. So it's the fact that he's doing it. And if he's a shit talker, yeah, you like that, do that, turn that. But he's seducing her into submission. He's tapping deep.
Get that crazy bunny.
And now because it's like hypnosis. You like that? Do that. Oh yeah, I love it. Like she don't even know what she's saying at the time. He's hypnotizing her verbally. So now it's like boom. After the act, she's like brainwashed. So now he got her mind.
Yeah.
Now he got her heart. Now he got her emotions. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than the actual D.
Right.
That D is the catalyst to getting all these other things. Because that same dude could be doing that and not doing anything else. She meets the guy that mentally strokes her. It's gonna be harder for him to get the pussy.
Right.
Yeah, you satisfy that part of my mind. You know what I'm saying? That I need as a woman. However, I'm already getting good D. So like the woman, the feminine is not built to like spread out, right? To have multiple, to not be complacent. She's complacent there. So with that, it's like, okay, he's touching other parts, but I'm sufficient in the sense of physical. So in a way, it's harder for the guy that's stroking her mind to get it because she's already satisfied there.
Exactly.
You know
and
what I'm
even if that guy who is satisfying her sexually, even if he has like you add one more good quality to him and the rest of him is shit, he don't have a job.
Yeah, that could be dragged for a long time.
Yeah.
The guy that's
doing, gotta do the bare minimum to keep her happy.
The guy that's doing the mental stroking, she's going to investigate more that he has before she builds her exit strategy. That's the difference.
Yeah.
If she sees, he potentially looks like he got good dick. He also got money. He also good. He's like looks like a good man, right? Maybe she will slowly go there, but she needs one last catalyst to make it a done deal. The bad boy trait. Because that good D dude that's doing the bare minimum most likely has that.
Oh yeah.
So she needs to see if he's more than a good man. If he is, yes, she's out. Because remember, she got her own money.
Yeah.
Right? The nigga, you ain't working and shit. You ain't doing nothing else. You bare minimum. Maybe you make less than me. Maybe you work, but you make a lot less. You get paid minimum wage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't do shit, but just that. In that sense, yeah, she gonna be planning to get out.
Yeah.
Because now she's seeing, oh, I can have everything. I had the Honda. And yeah, it was a good car. Fuel efficient. Got me A to B. But damn, now I'm getting the Ferrari. And you know what? It's actually affordable. and I'm getting a warranty.
That's right.
So,
Or maybe it's maybe still a Honda, but of a newer
yeah,
model,
sports
right? Or it
edition.
got like all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
trimmings around it.
yeah. So that's placeholders. That's rebounder.
Yeah.
It's dangerous when you put certain people in these certain circumstances.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not fair. Karma will hit you.
You can think that you can get away with something with somebody, and they're not mentally, they're not all up there. Those women that think like that, they might not be able to hurt the man physically,
So
but
she could hurt people you love.
or she could destroy your car. She
Mhm.
could make false accusations.
Mhm.
She can fuck with
Those
your
false
life.
accusations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed tonight's episode, Rebounds and Placeholders. Let us know in the comments if you want a part two. Once again, you are tuned into one of the most raw, uncut, unapologetic, intense, real podcasts, This Podcast. Peace.
Peace.